Good morning and welcome to At Home with Roby. I'm Patrick McIsaac, president of Roby Electric, and along with Trent Haston, president and CEO of the Roby family of companies, we are your hosts. Be sure to connect with us on Facebook at Andrew Roby, Roby Electric, and Roby Realty. You can also check out our podcast on the WBT app at WBT.com or the iTunes store. Trent, we're giving people a lot of opportunities to connect with us.
And I think this is our Make-A-Wish. We're doing a Make-A-Wish show today. So there's a Pitching for Wishes page on Facebook, I think, as well.
You're right.
I was bored and just scrolling my Facebook and saw some nice posts that Christian McCall, I think, has put up there. Thank you so much, Christian, for all that you do.
So we have Andrew Roby, Roby Electric, Roby Realty, and Pitching for Wishes, where you can come connect with us on Facebook. We got Facebook locked up. Yeah.
Is that why I had a message from Zuckerberg? Is that what he was calling about?
Yeah. Well, so get this. Last week, this is how bored I was. I think it was one of those nights where I'm just laying there trying to fall asleep. Who do you think has the most Facebook likes in the world? Who do you think has it?
Kim Kardashian.
That's not right.
She's
Try
got
one more guess.
I got 20 aliases. She's got about 23 of Trent Haston. No,
Ronaldo.
who is Ronaldo?
Cristiano
Oh, he's
Ronaldo.
a football player.
Football.
I got you.
Yeah, soccer player. He has the most likes of an individual. When I was reading that article,
Man, I was just using my narrow mind. I only know what I know, and that's about upstate South Carolina and lower half North Carolina.
Well, speaking of upstate South Carolina, last week I made a boo-boo, and if anybody who went to Clemson was listening, you would have known that I said that I lived at Little John, which is not even close to right. My freshman year, I lived in Johnstone E.
Well, I asked you when you told me Sunday, because you're so narcissistic, you're always listening to yourself, but I asked you if I didn't mention that to you, because I did in my head. And you said, no, I didn't clarify, because I knew that was the arena UNC Tar Heels always beat the Clemson Tigers. Let's say six. That's at Dean Smith Center. How many times we beat y'all in a row?
Let's back up.
But anyway, you said I didn't say it, but I thought I said it, so it kind of reminded me of my wife. She always says that. I'm like, I told you that. And she's like, no, you didn't. You were thinking it. She's like, then she says you don't think, so I don't know how.
See, that goes
her logic even works.
That goes the other way in my house. I swear I tell my wife things, and she's like, "You
Same thing.
Never said that."
We're parallel.
I'm sure that she's right. I'm sure Reagan's right too.
So I'm all excited. Today's show is once again. Everyone knows, if you've been listening the last couple weeks, at the end of every show, we're telling a wish story about a wish child, current events wish child story, which is awesome, which is our favorite segment. But we're getting excited for our cornhole tournament coming up on September the 17th. Is this the ninth annual?
Ninth.
So today we're going to do a show based solely on Make-A-Wish and stuff we want to talk about other than that. So if you don't like granting wishes for children with life-threatening illnesses and like hearing wish stories and like shedding a tear on your cheek and feeling good about yourself, then turn the radio off now.
Well, and I think what we've done differently, and I know you alluded to this a little bit, is the last section we're going to actually tell a story, which is awesome. We've told a couple already, but this week's going to be about Audrey. And Audrey, I'm not going to spoil it for the last segment, but it's she basically got to go to Hawaii, and we'll talk a little bit about that on the last segment.
So we thought it was a good idea. Pinnacle Roofing and Exteriors has been a sponsor for all 9 years of our cornhole tournament. We love those guys. They're a great ally, great partner of ours. So we thought that we would have them on the show. And what's really special about Ben and Trish Cannon, who run and own Pinnacle, they're a family business just like us. I mean, they're really, really our all-star team, and they do superb work and stand behind what they do. But the great thing is they've taken the seed that we planted them with Make-A-Wish, and they've ran with it, and they get involved. They do golf tournaments and other stuff, and then also they're huge supporters. I mean, I think the platinum sponsors this year, and they get all their employees and their friends involved, and their family, their kids, and they're teaching their kids just like us. So it's really been, that's our goal, other than just raising dollar for dollar what we can raise, utilizing polishing our diamond for the Make-A-Wish Foundation of Central and Western North Carolina, is also to plant a seed and see it grow.
Right.
And I want to thank them for that, and I can't wait to have them on the show, talk about their business, talk about entrepreneurship, and then talk about why they wear the Make-A-Wish flag so strong.
Well, and I think it's cool. I mean, last week this sort of goes hand in hand, and I think we did this on accident. Christian might have set us up for this one because she's a lot smarter than we are. But you had mentioned last week when we had Moisture Lock on the show that you thought the two most important pieces of your home were the crawl space and the roof. So we talked about crawl spaces last week, and here we are with some experts in the roofing industry to talk about roofing.
We're gonna put a hat on this house, boys.
That's it.
But you were talking about change. I was thinking about the other day. You said you need a haircut. You were looking a little shaggy.
Looking rough.
Anytime somebody like you says that, you're bragging about how thick your hair is.
I don't know about this
I need
time.
a haircut. Well, I was going to change. What do you think if I take my comb over and go the other way with it?
I don't know if you noticed that, but see, the problem is when you get hair like mine, I'm afraid like a steep gust of wind's going to pull me up by my head. I get some wings going.
I don't know. I've ever told the story about my dad had a cool comb over. I mean, it was cool. It's Dale Earnhardt style comb over. You know, he said Smokey and the Bandit had a comb over till he got hair plugs. I don't know what you got going on, Burt Reynolds. That was my dad's opinion. I say the same thing about Matthew McConaughey.
Best comb over in show business, and we talked about this before, is from Kingpin. Roy Munson.
Bill Murray?
Bill Murray.
If you have date night with the husband and wife, no kids around, and you want to feel a little dirty, go rent Kingpin on Netflix. But
it's a great movie.
But my dad was always the boat driver on the Catawba River, out on the river, pulled a skin, and when his hat would fly off, his hair would fly off. I mean, it was about 42 inches long.
My old man, and he's probably going to listen to this on his podcast. He likes the podcast. He and my mom has a pretty good comb over. He doesn't anymore, but had one back in the day.
We used to make my dad slick his hair back and tell him it looked good. He gets so angry. The fun things of life.
We are. Folks, you're listening to At Home with Roby. When we return, we will be joined by Ben and Trish Cannon of Pinnacle Roofing and Exteriors. Don't forget to check out our podcast on the WBT app, WBT.com, or iTunes. We'll be right back.